Me and the counselor, we was talking, and we started talking about how, I'm being totally transparent, how I started putting the cart before the horse when it came to ministry, and how, unbeknownst to me, I began to make the whole goal of ministry at Ascend Nashville to be the progression of the church. How do we make the church progress? How do we advance the church? How do we advance the church? How do we advance the church? That was kind of what my mind was on, that it came up out of the thing. And I began to become overwhelmed and anxious and disturbed and depressed and distraught over certain things, even when it came to ministry. And the reason was because I put the cart before the horse. I started to put the cart before the horse, that God never called me to be in control of advancing his church, progressing his church. What he did call me to do was to help lead his church to reveal him. And what I came to the conclusion of was that I was more focused on trying to advance the church than actually use the church to reveal God, to glorify God, to point people back to him. Because somewhere in my mind, I forgot that you advance the church by pointing people to him. I wonder if David had this in mind when speaking to Solomon. Before I get to the inner workings of the temple, let me tell you something. You need to learn the God of your ancestors, and you need to learn him intimately, New Living Translation says. And you need to worship him, and you need to serve him, not with a part of your heart, not once a week, not just with a tenth of your offering. You need to do that with your whole heart and your whole mind. Why? Because God sees everything. And I love the New Living Translation. He says, so take this seriously. Then he shifts his attention to the work. Remember, here's the order: worship, work. Worship, work. Worship, we don't work to get to worship. We work from our worship. This is good stuff on tonight. Some of you, you're trying to do God's work and you're tired. You're fatigued. You want a sabbatical. And it may not be because the warfare you're going through. It's because you've been working apart from. He tells them worship. Then he points the direction to the work. He says, be strong and do the work.